Our next section is going to be about transformations of functions, and we're going to start with, let me get my drawer out. We're going to start with horizontal and vertical shifts. So essentially these are called translations. It is all we're doing is taking a graph and we're moving it, right? We're not stretching it, we're not changing the shape at all. So what's going to happen is we're going to take parent functions. These are examples of parent functions, right? They're just simple, the simplest form of a function. And what we're going to do is we're going to transform them. So, for example, if we took the graph x squared onto Desmos, it would look something like this. Then, if we took x squared plus 1, what's going to happen is every single point is going to shift up 1, right? It is going to be a translation up 1. If I put a minus 5, I'm going to take every point and it's going to shift down 5. So all that this value does is it does a vertical translation or a vertical shift. Either one. So if it's outside of the function. Now, if I did that same graph, x squared, on Desmos, but I plugged this in, what's going to happen is it's actually going to shift 1, 2, 3 units to the left, which is kind of the opposite of what you think. And then if you did it x minus 4 squared, it would shift 4 units to the right. So these are going to be horizontal shifts or translation. I use both of those words kind of interchange them. But remember, I want you to make note that it's going to be kind of the opposite of what you think. An easy way to remember, if the number is with the x, it's going to change along the x-axis, right? It's going to go left and right. If it's on the outside, that's how you know it's going to be an up and down change. So these are called translations or horizontal and vertical shifts. And I give you a little hint that says, hey, any change inside the parentheses is going to seem backwards. So right, this is going to be horizontal shift. This is going to be a vertical shift. So let's look at a couple examples. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to think about, okay, what are the parent functions? Which is basically, what does this look like without any fancy numbers? So this is going to be the cube root of x. This is going to be the square root of x. And so you basically go through and you say, if I take away all of my transformations, what is going to happen? So this is y equals x squared, y equals x cubed. Again, cube root of x is a parent. A lot of people can think that you should take away that cubed, but you should not. And all we're going to be asking you to do is say, hey, what transformations have happened? So in this case, this has gone up 5. This has gone left 2. This has gone left 4 and down 2. This has gone left 6. You can kind of see, if it's inside with the x, it's going to go left or right. This is going to go right 2, right? It's always the opposite. This is going to go down 5. This is going to go right 6 and up 8. This is going to go down 7. This is going to go up 1. Let's see, this will make it go right 1. And then this one will make it go down 5. And the last one, this is going to make it go right 2 and up 1/2 units, and then up 1 unit. So all we're doing is thinking what's happening on the inside, left, right, up, down, and that's it. So we often call the outside number k, and we call the inside number h. And that's all we have.